guys, so welcome to the course. Today we're going to be building a Fiverr business. So I really hope that you're excited. I'm excited to kind of teach this to you. One of the ways that I got started out when I first got into e-commerce and online marketing was I put some gigs up on Fiverr and kind of made some side money, which actually helped me generate money that I could put into other businesses and other online things that I was pursuing. So it's great. I've been through the process. I've done it myself. I know how it goes, and I know how to A, sell a gig, and B, generate money from it. Now I didn't scale it up to the max, and I didn't earn a living on Fiverr. And you definitely can scale it up and make great money on Fiverr. It just depends on how much work you're willing to put in, how much you want to market yourself, and really ranking your gigs up high. Once you do that and you unlock the full potential of it, you can certainly make money and an income if you really scale it up on Fiverr. So with that being said, I'm really excited. I'm going to get into what Fiverr actually is for the people that don't know. Essentially what Fiverr is it's a micro job website, essentially, where you can hire freelancers to do pretty much anything that you want. Now, obviously you can go, and obviously just like the title says, that's why it's called Fiverr, because you pay a minimum of $5 per gig. Most gigs are $5. Obviously there's upsells and you can pay more. But the majority of gigs that you'll see start at $5, hence the name Fiverr. So on Fiverr, you can go and you can purchase a gig, pretty much anything that you can imagine you can find on Fiverr. Now you can also sell gigs on Fiverr, and we're going to get into that. And that's exactly how, you're going to start your business. Then we're going to move over, just to kind of give you the overview. We're going to, build the gigs on Fiverr based on what you're good at and, what interests you. So you can continue to do the things you love. Another important factor is, and this is, especially when you're just first starting out, you don't want to put time-consuming gigs on Fiverr. You want them to be relatively easy, or easy for you to complete, where somebody else is searching for that, and they, it's not necessarily ridiculously hard, but it would just save them time. Because one of the things that, there's two main selling factors when you're producing products, whether they're digital or physical, that are really going to sell, that work in the marketplace. And that's either they have to lower costs or solve problems. And in this case, you're not lowering costs, but you're lowering time for somebody. And time is, it's cost. It's the same thing. It's relative. So that's what essentially you want to do. You want to target gigs that A, save people money, or B, solve a problem for them, or C, which I like to target, is save people time. So whether you have a special software that does something that you can sell, whether you're good at, whatever the case may be, whether maybe you're good at guitar and you want to teach guitar lessons, maybe you're good at building websites. Maybe you have a ridiculous social media following on Instagram that you can use and sell shout outs or something like that. Anything that you can imagine, literally anything, you can sell on Fiverr. So let's just go, we'll take a look at a couple of the gigs. Obviously there's business, there's writing and translation, digital marketing, which is where a lot of my gigs are, programming and tech, and fun and lifestyle. There's really literally anything that you can think of, you can hop on Fiverr and find. So one of the things that I sell is email marketing. So we'll just go to email blast, because I do a lot of digital marketing. One of the things that I'm really heavily into lately is email marketing. So just like a lot of these people right here, I have gigs up for $5. See, this person says, I will send 10,000 bulk email blast email campaigns starting at $5. So that's basically what I do. I don't sell 10,000 for $5, but I do the same type of thing. I send an email blast out for people that might not have that software. And that's exactly what I mean by that, guys. So that doesn't take me very much time at all. I already have the software. I already have, the campaigns and the setup ready to go. Just all I need are the emails. I also build email lists for people. I also set up web pages, but literally anything else, anything that you can think of, you can put on here. So in the next one, I just wanted to welcome you to the course and kind of give you an overview, if you didn't already know what Fiverr is and how you can make money off of it, how you can build your business. But in the next one, we're actually going to go through the process of signing up, filling out your profile, and then, we'll identify what gigs, you might be good at. From there, we're going to go on to actually, ranking your gigs a little bit, kind of optimizing them so that you can get sales on them, because you want to get sales and reviews. That's going to help you rank your gigs higher and get you found in search results. I'm also going to tell you how to, make sure that your gigs are being seen by people, because if they're not seen by people, then, you're not going to get the impression. If you're not getting the impressions, they're not seen. You're obviously not going to get the clicks on your gig. And impressions are when people actually see them in search results. So I just typed in email blast. All these people got an impression. Now, if I click on one to look at it, they'll get a click too. And that's one of the factors that I'll talk about, or two of the factors that I'll talk about when deciding whether or not you're going to put your initial campaigns up and your gigs up, and then we're going to decide, I'll go through the process of deciding whether or not they're viable options for you to make money, whether or not based on you're getting impressions or clicks on them. Then from there, obviously once you've identified your successful gigs that you can actually get impressions and clicks on, and potentially sales, then we're going to start marketing them, because obviously, Fiverr is a great place to get search traffic when you rank your videos, but you can also market your videos outside of Fiverr, on social media in various ways. You can set up landing pages in various ways, and there's a lot of different ways to actually do that. So I promise you that if you put the work in and you have any type of skill whatsoever, anything, everybody has something that they're good at. You can put a gig on Fiverr, you can make money off that gig, and you can turn this into a business. So with that being said, guys, I want to hop into the next one, and we're going to start building our profile. All right, guys, so after that overview, we're going to literally go through the process. Now, I have a Fiverr, obviously, as you can see here, continue with Brian. I have gigs already set up, and streams, and I've ranked my gigs and everything. So I've gone through this process before. It's been up, I think, roughly, I want to say 2 or 3 years now. I forget exactly when I started, but this is exactly how, one of the ways that I actually got into online and e-commerce, like I alluded to before. So I'm gonna actually go through the process of building a new one with you to show you, how you're going to initially set your profile up, how you're going to, create the gigs. We're also going to market on Fiverr, which is a technique that not a lot of people know. And then we're going to market on social media as well. So, all these things are coming in the course in the following lecture, so stay tuned for that. But this first one, we're just going to build our profile and kind of get you started, assuming that you haven't hopped on Fiverr. Now, if you do have a profile already, you have gigs, obviously you can skip this lecture and feel free to move on to the next one. But if you don't, this is a great way to get started. I'm going to give you some a couple tips and tricks to kind of fill it out better. So I'm just going to use one of my other inconspicuous emails here. We'll go mediainnovation.com, and we'll do that. Oh wait, wow. So you want to join at the bottom, obviously, not sign in. Innovation.com, and this is one of my other at gmail.com. This is another one of my ones that I just grabbed on Gmail. But if you don't know, you can reach me at Brian, that's Brian with a Y, at bgmediainnovation.com. If you have any questions whatsoever regarding the course or anything that I teach, or anything at all, even if it's not related to the course, I will do my best to try and help you guys out and answer your questions. So feel free to shoot me an email there. I'm very responsive on Udemy to messages, but my student base is growing very rapidly, and we're above 18,000 already, which is phenomenal and just crazy to me. It blows my mind. So thank you guys all for the support. It's very exciting. I'm really excited about building this like-minded community of learners that we're kind of establishing here. But with that being said, it might be more, if you email me at Brian, once again, that's Brian with a Y at bgmediainnovation.com, just like you see here, but Brian in front of it at .com. I'm much more responsive to email. So if I don't answer your messages, it's not because I'm choosing not to. I simply don't see them because I have so many students. So let's get started. We're gonna go BG Media will be my name. Obviously, once you put your email that you want associated with your account, you're gonna have to come up with a username and a password. So we'll just say BG Media. There we go. And we'll throw our password in there, and we'll hit join. Oh. All right, and this is gonna take you to this page, guys. So obviously, initially, you're gonna have to activate your account before you can upload any gigs. So really fast, I'm going to activate that. I very rarely ever use this email. but obviously you're going to want to use an email that you're, obviously familiar with, because not only I recommend downloading the app because it will give you updates. You'll get that little push notification pop up when people, either message you or potentially purchase a gig. But you always want to have it, your Fiverr email set up to an email that you're responsive to, because you'll also get a notification there, and that will help you kind of stay on top of it. Because one of the best things about ranking your gigs is obviously, on top of ratings and sales, it's response time. So you want to be responsive and very, very responsive. So I just activated my email. So now what we're going to do is, it thinks it's not sure if you're a buyer or a seller, and obviously you can be both with that. But first we're going to set up our account. So we're going to go into settings. Full name, I'm going to say Brian with an I, even though I'm Brian with a Y, just because I already have one and I just don't want to get it mixed up. Okay, so right here it says online status. You obviously want them online forever. You don't just want to put those gigs up for an hour or a day or a week, because then they'll disappear. So you want to save those changes, put those gigs up forever. And then save your changes. Vacation mode is just something where, because like I said, response time is extremely valuable. So if you are on vacation mode, you can turn that on any time that you actually go on vacation, because obviously if you're not available to do gigs, you don't want people to potentially be able to purchase your gigs and you not be able to do that, because that will completely kill your ranking. So that's very, very important. Obviously, if you're not going to be around, or you're on vacation, or you're just not going to be responsive for a certain period of time, I would suggest turning vacation mode on. Your gigs will all be saved. Nothing will happen in that aspect, but it just kind of saves you, because you don't want to lose your rankings once you start building them. Okay, and then simply click notifications should be set up. Oh, you can go into billing too as well, obviously, and put this in. If you want to put your VAT ID number in or anything like that, you can do that. Obviously, once you get your first payment, you're going to want to set that up too. So you can go to your profile, and you obviously want to put your picture in. So I'm just going to go to headshot and throw my picture in. And there's the vacation mode again. You can add a description if you like, to kind of entice potential buyers. That's what they'll see when they're looking at your gigs and who you are. So, whether if you're selling a gig, and take a little time to think about what you could potentially bring to the marketplace. Maybe if you're selling guitar lessons, then that's something you want to stress in your description. So guitar enthusiast, I played for 10 years or whatever the case may be. This is your opportunity to sell your your audience. So really type your description in well. What do you bring to the table? Why would people want to hire you for whatever gigs that you might be promoting? Languages, if you speak multiple languages, obviously, if you want to, you can link all your social media. I have two of my social medias linked to my other one. I believe it's my Facebook and my LinkedIn. I don't think I have Google linked. I don't remember, but and then obviously any certifications or skills or education level that you might have. And then with that being said, we're going to create our first gig in the next one. I'm going to tell you, obviously go through the process of creating the gig with you. It's very, very easy, but there are some certain things that you're going to want to add on, to upsell and go through the process so that people are more inclined to purchase from you and you can make more money. All right, guys, so that was the easy part, obviously. I just kind of want to go through the process of obviously giving the overview and then building the profile, which is very, very easy, very self-explanatory. It's not difficult at all. I just kind of want to take you through the process just in case you hadn't done it before. But obviously now the fun part, we're going to actually build the gigs. Then I'm going to show you how to market it, whether that's on Fiverr or other social media platforms, and then building landing page for your potential clients to drive traffic to. You don't just want to drive them to your gigs, because then obviously, they could potentially see other people's gigs. So you're going to want to capture emails with this too. You're also going to want to drive people to a landing page, something I'm going to show you later on. But initially, let's start getting your gigs set up. Now, it's important to sit for a little bit and brainstorm what your actual gigs might be. What can you bring to the table? Like I said, maybe you're an online marketer like me. So one of the things that the first gig I'm probably going to create right here is, I'll build you a targeted email list. Then maybe the second one would be I'll send an email shout out. The third one might be, I have a decent Instagram following on some of my pages. might be, I'll give you an Instagram shout out in a particular niche, stuff like that, because those are problems that people have that unless they have the certain software or, following that I have, you know, they can't do themselves. So I'm solving a problem for them, and obviously I'm reducing a cost. I'm doing both of it, because they don't have that software, so that's a problem, and they don't have to purchase it, so I'm saving them money. So that's something to think about. You're gonna wanna kind of brainstorm and pick which ones you think you can bring to the table, and then we're gonna create the gig. And then don't stress it too much, guys. Now I will, little caveat though, they do only let you create 7 gigs. I'm not sure if I've mentioned that already. They do only let you create 7 gigs, especially when you're first starting out. You can create more gigs in the future, but to start out for a while, you can only create 7 gigs. So think about them. But it's not the end of the world if you kind of launch a gig that's not successful. I'll show you in the next lecture how you can kind of pay attention to whether or not your gig's getting impressions, and delete it if it's not getting the impressions and the clicks. Because if you're not getting impressions and clicks, you're not going to make any sales. Therefore, you're not going to make any money. And we're in this to make some money, right? So with that being said, let's create our first gig. And you'll see it takes you to this page. Every gig on Fiverr starts with I will do something. I will build an email list. I will teach you guitar. I will, and then what your service is. So like I said, my service in this case will be I will build a targeted email list for you. That's what I'm going to offer them. I will build a targeted email list for you. Yours might be I might teach you guitar, like I said. Yours might be I will send an email shout out to my Instagram following for you of 10,000 people or whatever your following is. And then obviously you're going to choose a subcategory what your thing falls into. So mine, I think it's suggested here already, digital marketing, email marketing, but you can kind of search through and find your category. Then you're going to select the service type. Obviously mine's probably audience development. Don't know why it's not social media marketing. It is email marketing, and it is audience development. Now, I'm going to click MailChimp and Aweber because they're the 2 prime ones that I use. Obviously, I use Gmass too, which is phenomenal, and I suggest that if you're just starting out for anything email marketing. And if you guys want to take email marketing, I have a course on that. Feel free to check it out. All my courses will be linked in the bonus lecture at the very end, that white page that pops up with all those links. That's everything, all the services that I promote, that I literally use myself. Everything that I talk about or promote will be on that bonus page. You'll also see a link that says subscriber or current student discount links, I believe it says, to all my courses. That will take you to the landing page on the homepage of my website, and there you can see all the courses that I potentially offer and get discounts on them. So that's a little caveat there. All right, now one of the things that's most important too is your search tags. So you're gonna come up with good search tags. Mine are, if you're guitar, maybe yours is obviously like instruments, guitar, lessons. Those are search tags you wanna type in. I'm gonna go with email list, it's probably a good one. Let's go email, is marketing there? No, email blast, email campaign was there, I thought, yep. Email campaign, we'll go email lists too, because just in case somebody types in lists instead of lists, we want to get that, that traffic too. And then send email seemed like a good one too. And these are all the potential search tags that if someone types in, they might find you under. So these are important. So take some time on these. Also, guys, I will, in the bonus lectures, I will also have a, it's only $5 for me. But I will have a little invite thing. So if you click it and if you don't have Fiverr yet, I'd love it if you clicked that link and went and got Fiverr through my link. It's free for you. It doesn't cost you anything. And obviously this entire business model is free to set up. You don't need to pay anything. If you have an expertise, you can sell that expertise in an online marketplace. You just need to know how. And this course is going to teach you how on the marketplace with Fiverr. But, I would really appreciate it if you clicked my link and obviously went through Fiverr and signed up through my link. It would just give me $5. Fiverr will at least. That will be linked in the bonus lectures on that same slide like I talked about. That will also be linked on the first, in a Word document on the first welcome page. So that's the 2 places that you can try that out. Now, moving on, you'll see that when you first start your gig, it will ask you if you want to unlock potential revenue with all three packages. I always do this. Always, always, always do this. You can watch the video if you want. I'm going to explain it to you. It just gives you a chance to upsell your buyers. And if you know anything about marketing or e-commerce, you don't make the majority of your money on the sale, you make it on the upsell. Now, obviously you want a bunch of sales, but the majority of your profit margin, and you're gonna get a higher profit margin on your upsells. So they're disguised as, something that they can get a break on in price, which obviously they can, but it's upselling for you because it doesn't cost you or take you much extra time to do this. So in this example specifically, I might say, we'll say, build a targeted email list of 100 people. Of 100. Build a targeted email list of, well, let's just say, actually, you know what, I'm going to go back and I'm say email list of 100 people. And I'm going to simply copy that, paste that into these two, and change this. And for the same price, because I like this, obviously your basic, this is crucial. Your basic is always $5. A lot of people I see, they have their first gigs up there for 30 or 15. And once you get ranked and you have a decent audience following and you have a bunch of reviews, you can sell higher priced things. But when you're first starting out, or if you don't have a lot of reviews, you got to start your first one at 5. Now, maybe 5 is good money and you can continually build up. But with that being said, you're going to make the majority of your money on your upsells because somebody's going to be interested and then they might buy an upsell. And not only that, you want to start getting those initial sales so that you can get the reviews so that you can potentially charge more later. So that's a little caveat for you. This one I'm going to say 250 because the way I'm going to sell it is 5, 10, and then maybe 15 or something like that. And then people might come and they might see, oh, well, I can really get a deal here. I buy an email list of 100 people, an email list of 250 people, or an email list of 1,000 people for 15. Why wouldn't I just do that? And that's how it doesn't really take me too much extra time to do, but it's a big deal for them. So then you go down here and you set your delivery time after you obviously type the details in, so which I completely forgot. So I'll say, I will build you a targeted email list around a topic/niche of your choice. And then we'll simply copy and paste that. Delivery time for this will be 1 day. Delivery time for this will be 1 day. Now, every once in a while, you can put 2 days. You know what? Actually, I'm going to say 3 days for my first one. No, I'm going to say 2 days for these two. And I'll tell you why in a second. And then this last one will be 3 days. Because another upsell that you can get, and this is another upsell that I talk about, is the extra fast delivery. Never set your thing on 1 day initially. Always set it higher than that so that you can sell faster delivery. So if people are really in a rush, then they'll purchase extra fast delivery. Because the reason for this is you always want to start your price at $5 for your first gig because that will get people in the door. That will get people clicking on your thing and seeing you in search results. Because if you go to, let me just pull up Fiverr. If somebody types in, build the website, didn't type website in, but you know what, you get the point. And they see all these potential gigs, and they see that this person has 4.5 ratings, and this person has 6 ratings with 4.5, 13 ratings, 4.5, 93 ratings, 5. That's great. They might be able to upsell for 25 because they have 93 ratings, and this person 45, but this person has a 4.5 rating starting at $5. Now, potentially, maybe what they're selling for $5 is a lot less than these people are selling for 25, but that will get somebody in the door clicking their thing, and then potentially once they're on this page ready to make a purchase, then they can, obviously they have upsells here like you see. So you want people in the door, you want them clicking on your profile and your gig, so that once they're here, they're pretty much committed already most of the time to buying from you. And then once they go through the process, you can upsell them on more. So it's $5 initially to get them in the door and then selling your upsells. That's the key to making money on Fiverr. So then here we're going to go extra fast delivery. I'll deliver in 1 day. I'll deliver in 1 day. I'll deliver in 1 day for all the packages. For an extra $5, I'll deliver the 100 in 1 day. For the extra $5, I'll deliver the 250 in 1 day. And for an extra $10, I'll deliver the 1,000 in 1 day. And then obviously you can add another gig extra that you can specify if you want. I'm not going to do that in this case. I'm just going to save it and continue. I didn't set the price as well. So 5, 10, 15. And then continue. All right. So now I'm briefly going to describe the gig. I'm just going to take a minute to simply describe it. So I'll say I will create a targeted email list for you based on a specific topic/niche of your choice. I will then give you that email list for you to use however you might like. Something like that. Obviously, I'd go into a little bit more detail in the future. I might make it a little bit better, but just kind of give you an idea. You want to describe your gig, and what they're going to, get from purchasing it. Then save and continue. Now the requirements here, anything that you're going to need to know initially, for the gig purchase. So obviously I need to know what the topic is, what topic/niche what topic/niche should your list be built around would be my first one. Obviously free text so that they can answer it. It might mean free text here or multiple answer, or you can also ask them to attach a file if you might need that. Another thing I might need, let's think for a second, an email list targeted. That's pretty much all I need for this gig. It's very, very simple. It doesn't have to be complicated, guys. Just solving a problem for somebody and getting them in the door. Then we're going to save and continue. And then obviously one of the most important things that a lot of people don't realize is the picture. You're going to sell a lot more with your pictures. Just to go back, and I know a lot of this just from selling on Amazon, that the picture speaks 1,000 words. You want a good picture that's going to captivate and draw attention and eyes to that, because nobody's going to see you necessarily. If you fill in with the same monotony of everybody else's listing, nobody's going to see you. You need a picture that's going to draw attention. I have one already. I'm not going to, this one, I like this one. Kind of looks like extracting emails. It's cool, it's a good color, it's vibrant, and it's an HD picture with good pixels. Then I'm going to save and continue. And the very next thing is, I already did verify. Oh, my phone number. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is verify your phone number. I'm going to do that really, really fast in between lectures. Obviously, you're going to have to do that too. It's very, very simple. But then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to hit verify and publish it. It's going to ask you when you do publish it if you want to promote it. You're going to say no to promoting it because we're going to promote it ourselves. I'm going to show you how to do that in the next couple lectures. Okay, guys, so hopping back in where we left off, I obviously verified my phone number. Then you're simply just going to publish the gig just to show you really fast. It's going to take you to this page right here where you can, obviously promote your gig. I just say, I'm done. And then you'll see that your gig's created and you have one active. Now, this is what I mean. Now, this is the next step after you create that first gig for you. You're going to create 5 more, 6 in total. You can have a total of 7 gigs, but you're going to want to save that extra slot for one of the promotions that I'm going to talk about in the future. So, almost dropped my mic there, sorry. Might have gotten a little bit ruffled, but so got it back on now. We're going to move forward. Like I said, you're going to build 5 more. That's 6 in total. Leave the extra slot open for you at the end because you're going to use that to do promotions later. I'm going to show you how to do that. That's a vital way that you can get more sales and more more money and more revenue on Fiverr is actually targeting gigs yourself, not just letting the search results come to you. Obviously, you're going to want to build 6 of them that are highly impressionable, and that's the way to go for the most part. But I'm also going to show you another method to actually attack and be on the offensive to get gigs and not just sit back and wait. So that will be, I believe, 2 lectures from now. But let's just imagine for a second that we have 6 gigs set up here with one extra slot not there. The very next thing you're going to do is you're just going to let them sit for a couple days. You're not going to do anything with them. You're just going to let them sit. You most likely will not get a sale right away. This is not to get a sale right away. You're simply just going to focus on seeing if your gigs get impressions and clicks. So this is where you're gonna come back 2 or 3 days later. You're going to see if your gig's getting impressions and clicks. If it's getting a decent number of impressions and a decent number of clicks, then that's a good thing. If it's getting a decent number of impressions and it's getting no clicks, then you might want to go back and change your description a little bit, or you might want to go back and pick a different picture because people aren't clicking on it because it's not, it's not adequate enough compared to the other listings that are there that being offered in that marketplace. So that's 2 things. You want to make sure it's getting impressions and clicks. If it's not getting the clicks but it has the impressions, you have to change your listing slightly. Now, if it's not getting impressions or clicks, or it's getting 1 or 2 or really low amount of impressions and clicks, I would completely just delete that gig, and then you simply click it and you delete it. And then you have an open slot to make another gig that's not that gig, because obviously that gig, it's not going to sell, and you're in this to make money, not provide services necessarily that you can do. The first and foremost that you want to do is make money and sell gigs. The second thing is, hopefully if you can pair that with something that you enjoy, then that's phenomenal. But you don't want to just push the envelope of trying to sell something that you really enjoy if it's not, if there's not a market for it on Fiverr. So that's how you're going to tell guys. You're going to see if you get the impressions and the clicks. You're going to let it go for a couple of days and see that. And then once you let it go and you see, whether or not you're getting them, you'll have a better idea. Once you finally establish 6 of them that are getting the impressions and clicks, that will let Fiverr take over. That will take the search traffic, to your listings, and then you can just absorb that and hopefully make a sale from that. Now, one thing that you can do, and this is, through Facebook marketing, is I'm going to go to Facebook really fast. And there's 2 things that you can do. Now, this is Facebook marketing, and selling your gigs on Fiverr. I'm also going to go into, finding gigs on Fiverr that you can actually, sell, that you can create, how you can create gigs that people are actually searching for on Fiverr. And that'll be the next lecture. And then on top of that, we're going to build an Instagram account and start generating free traffic to our landing page, capturing emails and selling them on Fiverr. Then finally, I'm going to talk about how you can build targeted email lists and send out emails to potential gigs for potential gigs on Fiverr. So the first way that you're going to start selling your gigs that isn't Fiverr organic traffic, because granted, people are going to be typing in searches and finding you organically, and that's great. But one of the mistakes that people make is they sit there and they build gigs and then they wonder why they're not making any sales. Well, initially, when you don't have any reviews and you don't have any sales on your gigs, Fiverr sees your gig as irrelevant. So you need to get some initial sales, you need to get some initial reviews and start pushing the envelope so you get ranked. Once you get ranked higher in search results for a certain topic, then you'll start getting more Fiverr organic sales. So one of the ways that you're going to do that is you're going to go to Facebook groups. And I talk about this in a lot of my courses. It's one of the best ways right here, groups on the side of your Facebook page. It's literally one of the best ways that you can use today in 2017 of generating free traffic to wherever you want on the web. It's digital marketing 101. Obviously there's Instagram traffic for free and there's Facebook traffic for free. And then you can do paid ads for both of them. And that's something else that I do. But if you're trying to generate free traffic, Facebook groups are one of the best ways to do that in 2017. So you're going to go to groups, and then obviously you can see I'm a member of 1 million groups because I understand, just how valuable that is. But you're going to search for your topic. So essentially, email lists. We're going to actually go email marketing. And you see, this is a page. I would, and I've already tried to join some of these, so my requests are pending. What you might want to do is there's 2 ways to do that. I'm going to actually join I'm going to pull one up for us. Maybe this is a public. You can join public groups if you want. I prefer to join closed groups just because I like to keep my Facebook kind of private, and when I'm in a closed group, my audience and my friends can't see necessarily what I'm doing. But you can join public groups if you want, but just know that when you post and you like and you engage with that group, people, all in your Facebook and friends list are going to see that. So I'm not actually going to engage with this public group, just to kind of give you an example. You can see that I try to join some closed groups, and when the request is approved, obviously I will be in those groups. But you can literally see here, 5,000 members in this group for email marketing, 5,000 members in this one, 558 in this one, 33,000 in this one. You know, there's a bunch of people in these groups that you can target to. So one of the ways that you can do it is you can obviously post the link, and I can't do that right now because I'm in a group, or I'm not in the group. So let me pull up actually another page, and I'll just show you what I mean in case you don't have an experience with Facebook groups. One of the groups I'm in is Amazon Selling for Beginners. So that's to promote my FBA products and stuff like that. One of the things that you can do is you literally go in here. Let's just assume that I wanted to promote this gig and that this group was actually an email marketing group. One of the ways that I can promote my gig is literally drop links into groups. So I'll go in and I'll click this, and I will where's the promotion? Selling, promote yourself. There you go. And turn it to custom offer. Usually you can promote your singular gig, but I'm not seeing it here. Maybe I just need to live portfolio, no, preview. There we go, preview. So essentially, this is the URL for your gig. Now what you're gonna wanna do, usually you can literally see that, and I'm not sure why, maybe my setup is different on my other account. Usually you can just simply promote one of your gigs. So I would suggest just clicking this down arrow, previewing it, and then getting your URL. Then you're going to go back into your group. Obviously, we're going to pretend that this is an email group, an email marketing group, and obviously my gig is tailored around email marketing. So people that are into email marketing but don't necessarily have, you know, the software that I have that can build the targeted lists that I can. And if you don't know what that email software is, obviously you can take my email course and find out. It's phenomenal, and we're actually going to go into a free cracked version of that later on, and I'll show you later on in this course how I use it. It's phenomenal. It's really, really cool. It generates emails, you know, based around certain targets and targeted keywords. It's really, really cool, and that's another way that you can generate leads for your Fiverr gigs, is literally creating emails around that target market and then emailing those people that your gig. You know, you're not going to get a high rate of return, but you might make a couple of sales. So to go back here to this Facebook group, literally all I'm going to do is I'm going to post my link in there, and I'm going to let it load. And it's going to fetch the preview of my gig. And you'll see, BGG Media, I will build a targeted email list for you for $5 on Fiverr. Then simply, you're going to post this into the group with a little, you know, invite that says, like something like, you know, anyone looking for a targeted email list of up to 1,000 people, check out my gig. Something like that. Something simple. It doesn't have to be intricate. Doesn't have to be complicated. You're literally just not blasting, but you're dropping links in groups so that anybody that sees them, that anybody that you know, is a member of this group will get that notification on their newsfeed. Essentially, all you're doing with this is renting out somebody's newsfeed, because anybody that's a member of this group will get a notification that somebody in this group posted when they're scrolling down their newsfeed. So that's one way to do it. It's really, really phenomenal. You can join a bunch of groups and literally drop links in a bunch of groups. One little caveat for that, though, something to keep in mind, I have noticed that Facebook is cracking down on how many groups that you can join and how many posts you can do per hour. So I would say don't post more than 5 to 10 groups an hour, and that's even pushing it. I would say, you know, stay lower, stay 5 posts an hour. Also, you don't want to join more than, I would say, 20 groups a day. That's even pushing it. I would say join ideally 10 groups a day and post, you know, 5 times an hour max to those groups. And obviously, if you only have 10 groups, you're not going to want to post twice or 3 times in the one day. Just post once. But just numbers to abide by. Just looking out for you guys. Now, once you do, you can obviously join. You can have, you know, hundreds of groups that you've joined, and you can continually post in those groups. But you just want to make sure that you don't get suspended, because Facebook will suspend you if you abuse that. And the suspension can last anywhere from a day to a couple days to obviously indefinitely. I've been suspended for a couple days before. It's not cool. That's why I say just post, a couple times, because it's better to post a couple times, indefinitely for days on end, rather than post a bunch of times and get suspended for a couple days and then you can't post at all. So, that's my suggestion. Take it how you want to and utilize it how you want to. But really, guys, this is a phenomenal way to get free marketing traffic in 2017. Target Facebook groups and drop links in those groups. In the next one, we're going to go over how you can actually, so we talked about the Facebook group ones, and that's one of them. In the next one, we're going to go over how you can actually find gigs that people are looking for on Fiverr. This is a great way, one of the best ways that I found to sell gigs on Fiverr and make money. All right, guys. So the very first thing that you're going to want to do, obviously, is you're going to want to start ranking your gigs. So you're going to post those 6 gigs, like I said, save that extra slot. I'm going to go into why that extra slot's important in this video, and how you can actually target gigs. But before you do any of this targeting gig-wise on Fiverr, what you want to do is you want to get your first 6 optimized. So you're going to want to get your first 6 optimized for impressions and clicks, figure out which ones are working, which ones are getting seen. And then when you figure out which ones are getting seen and you have 6 that are getting seen and getting clicked, hopefully you'll get an order or 2 by then, but you really want to start pushing the envelope by marketing them in Facebook groups. That's one of the best ways that I found to do it. Now, once you finally do that, now this might take a week or so, to start kind of ranking some of your gigs and getting sale on them or 2, depending on how much work you do, how many links you drop in Facebook groups, how many people that you message. Another way that you can do it is you can literally, so you don't use all your link dropping, you can literally go back in, and I'll do it really fast just to kind of show you really briefly. You can simply message people individually. I wouldn't say don't message more than 10 people an hour, but you can definitely message people and tell them. Don't drop your link to those people, but what you can do is you can kind of tell them what they're promoting. So essentially, you want to go in and you want to find people that are looking in those groups for what you're selling, and you can find it with a little bit of elbow grease and some hard work. So if I were selling something in Amazon related, I would literally go in here and look for somebody that has an Amazon question. There's how many people in this group? There's 5,100 people in this group, a little bit over, and there's people posting questions all the time. I would literally go in and I'd find somebody asking a question related to something that has to do with one of the gigs that I promote. I'd literally click on their name. So you can see this lady says she has a looks like she has a merchant fulfilled issue with her one of her Facebook, or not her Facebook, one of her FBA products, her Amazon products. If I were doing something FBA related, I would literally simply open up a message, and I think I have messaged her before, so I won't show you what that says, but I'd literally open up a message and I would message her and I'd say, hey, I saw your post in Amazon selling for beginners. I am also like that. You don't need to say that you're also a member of that group, because that's implied if you saw the post, obviously. But just say, hey, I saw your post in so-and-so group. I thought you'd like to know that I actually offer a service like this, or don't say service, say that I actually handle things like this. If you're interested, let me know. And then she'll let you know. She'll be like, oh, what do you, she'll either say one of 2 things. She'll be like, oh, thanks, like I'll let you know, which means no, obviously. Or, every once in a while you'll notice that somebody will respond back with a, oh, okay, like what do you mean? Like, and they'll be interested. That's when you drop your link. You don't just drop your link right in the message initially. You kind of entice them and start a conversation with them. So, obviously the first thing to do is drop links in Facebook groups and then message people from those Facebook groups with specific, questions on that. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to do once you start ranking your top 6 gigs is you're going to want to start targeting things on Fiverr. And a lot of people don't know this, but one of the things on Fiverr is you can actually go in to the selling tab, like I am here, and you're going to hit buyer requests. And what that will do is that will take you to a page where there are a bunch of buyer requests. And what these are people on Fiverr that are looking for a specific thing, a specific gig, but couldn't find it. All the information is right here. Look, you'll see this buyer right here needs something advertised. If you're interested, please send me a message. Regard, John. He he wants this done in 7 days. He's gotten one offer from all the other people that run gigs on Fiverr. He's gotten one offer on it, but he couldn't find this gig, and his budget is $14. So obviously, you can go down the list and you can look for people with related things that are looking for a gig that couldn't find it. So maybe if you found something similar, like this guy right here, diet nutrition plan along with bodybuilding tips. That's one of the gigs that I actually offer on my normal Fiverr. I might message him and send him an offer. But this is one of the reasons that I say keep an open slot, because what I suggest is that you actually tailor a gig around these buyer requests. What you can do is you'll go back into your Fiverr and you're going to create a new gig. And that's why I said leave that empty slot. Now what you're going to do is you're literally going to go back in. He said he needs something advertised. If you're interested, please send him a message. So I'm literally going to copy this, go back in, and I'll create a gig just like that. And I'll say we'll just say advertise. I will do advertising and promoting for you. Then obviously go back through the process. You're going to create the gig literally tailored around his buyer request. What is he looking for? What is his budget? How many days does he need it in? You're literally going to create your gig tailored around his needs. Once it's finally done, you're going to go back into buyer requests and you're going to send him an offer for your gig. And then within a day or two, he'll either respond and you can sell him that gig. If he cancels it right away, then you go back down to the next one. I need someone to get me busy. I will give you daily fitness hints and assignment follows. So literally, you're just going to tailor your gigs around these people and then send them an offer for that gig. That's why I say keep one open slot to do this. You can literally find out, search out people that are looking for something that couldn't find it on Fiverr. Look, this person, is looking for, I don't even know what that is. So I'm just going to skip that one. This person's looking for social media marketing. So you can take these people's, inquiries, create gigs tailored to what they're looking for, because clearly they couldn't find them, and then send them an offer. When they get a bunch of offers and your gig looks exactly like what they're looking for, they're going to purchase your gig. So that's another way. It's phenomenal. You can kind of target your own through buyer requests. Once again, that's selling buyer requests, and that will take you to a page where a bunch of people are looking for them. Look, there's 193 buyer requests. That's 193 potential sales that you can make. And they're literally telling you what they need done, what their budget is and how many days they need it done. It doesn't get simpler than that, guys. That's another way that you can sell Fiverr gigs and create, a revenue stream. With that being said, the next one we're going to jump into email marketing, just simple. And then in the following one, we're going to jump into Instagram marketing and getting your gigs on generating traffic through Instagram and landing pages. Okay, guys, so now moving on to the really, really cool stuff. I'm really excited about this. This is my favorite. This is email marketing. So I'm going to show you how to sell your gigs through email and how to build email lists based on your gigs. So this is really, really cool. We already went through, obviously I took you through the process of building your profile. Then we built our first gig. I told you how to replicate that process with 6 gigs and keeping the slot open, just to kind of recap. You're going to make sure that your gigs are all getting impressions. We went through that process of kind of understanding what gigs are going to sell. Then I talked about dropping links in Facebook groups. Then I talked about dropping, your links and talking to people in messages from those Facebook groups. And then in the last one, we went into kind of searching through the selling tab right here and the buyer requests and tailoring that last gig slot to certain buyer requests and selling that way. Now, there's 2 more things that we're going to do. The very first one here is email marketing. And one of the things that's really, really cool is this Atomic Email Hunter software that I have. It's phenomenal. So I have 2 versions of this. The one is the one that I'm using right here. I put it all up for you guys for this course, and the other one runs in the background. It's the uncracked, or it's the uncracked version, the one that's registered. So I will have this in a download file for you. It's 100% free. This is literally the coolest software in the world. I was able to crack this several months ago, so I will have this for you. It's part of the course. I hope you enjoy it. It will be linked in the bonus lectures at the end for you to download, and it will also be linked in a Word file attached to this actual lecture. So you can get it in the Word file attached to this lecture, the download link through there. and you can also get it at the end on the bonus lectures. Now, little caveat to that though. If you decide that you want to purchase this, I do have an affiliate link for it. I will also link that in the Word file, and I will also link that in the bonus lecture. You can purchase that at your own leisure. I forget the exact cost. It's been a while since I bought it because I do have the crack version and I also have the paid version. I'll show you why you might need the paid version, but you don't necessarily need it, especially for something like this. But if you do want to check that out, I'll have them both linked. Aside from that, if you want to check out my email marketing course, you'll feel free. That'll also be linked, like I said, in the bonus lecture under all my student courses. You can get it there, and you can get it at a discount for $10 for all my current students. So it's very, very cool stuff. Now let's get into it because this is really, really cool. One of the things I love is email marketing because the power of email marketing is just, it's unlimited. So I'm going to search right here, build a targeted email list for you. That's what I'm looking for to sell this gig. Now, obviously you're gonna have multiple gigs and you can do this for multiple things. So targeted email list. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna search email marketing. This is literally what you'll download, this software right here, and you'll see it. I'm gonna run it for you. Email marketing. And then you can literally just search email marketing if you'd like. I'm gonna actually, because I want targeted domain names for my emails, I'm gonna say plus at Gmail. And all this stuff, all plus at gmail.com. No space there. Yeah. So space, email marketing, space plus at whatever, at Yahoo if you'd like, at Gmail, at Hotmail, whatever you want. Obviously, your term goes in there, and then at Gmail. Now, I'm not going to go through the specifics of everything with this, how to target on LinkedIn, how to target on Facebook, Yelp, Craigslist, there's a million different things, Yellow Pages, how you can pull emails regarding any potential search term that you like. What this is going to do, because I literally go into depth in that in my email course. So if you're interested in that, feel free to take my email course. Phenomenal stuff in there. I'm really excited about it. I'll tell you how to run this software, how to extract stuff and everything. So we're searching email marketing. What this is going to do is it's going to pull this out, and you can get this for free, obviously, like I said in the links. It's going to pull and extract any email that has an at gmail.com address in the web anywhere. It's going to scan the web for any email address with an at Gmail that is related to an email marketing post or an email marketing page, or maybe that has been and registered on an email marketing site, anything. So let's hit enter and we'll watch it work. I'm just going to show you real fast, and you'll see it scanning over here. URLs processed, URLs found. It already found one contact. Now this isn't at Gmail. They all aren't going to be at Gmail, but the majority of them are. Let's just let it run. And you'll start seeing them pop up. Now, one of the great things about this is these will literally just generate you all the emails potentially. You can kind of go through and pick and choose, or you can send an email blast out to all of them. This will give you email power, because what this will do is it will give you all these potential emails. They're obviously all related to email marketing, and then you can send them your gig link, send them what you're doing. I'm gonna go through that process with you, but there's no other tool that generates emails like this so fast. And one of the things that I do in my email marketing is I show you how to build targeted email lists like this of hundreds of thousands of people. You can literally let this software run overnight, and then you'll capture them all in the morning. And you continually do that over and over and over again. It's ridiculous. So obviously some of these you're going to get support at, reachmail.com, sales at reachmail.com. And a lot of people might say, oh, well, these aren't legitimate emails. Some of them, obviously some of them are, like you see right here, you see, Ventus at Gmail, Hamad Massoud, whatever, 3 at Gmail. Those are legitimate emails of people that have obviously targeted email marketing, and this has been successful with. But people might say, don't send emails to, sales at reachmail.com or support at sendgrid.com. I beg to differ. I think that you can totally send emails to them, because just like anywhere else, there's a person behind that email that's going to open it up and potentially understand and need your service. People, if you know anything about corporate, at least in America, and I'm sure there's, it's the same worldwide, people sit at their computer at work and they browse and they do things. And just because they have a sales at a certain, web address or an info at a certain, web address doesn't necessarily mean that they're just a business that's not going to be interested in your, the service that you're providing. It could be a normal person behind that email, and it actually is indeed a normal person behind that email that might be interested in your service. So don't assume that they're bad emails. Try them all. What do you have to lose? This is literally 100% free. I'm gonna stop it right here, but you can see it's already generated 153, 155. I'm gonna stop it just because I'm not gonna sit here and let it run continuously, but you literally see in, like, I think it was a minute, maybe it was 2, I'm not even sure. It generated 156 emails based on email marketing. These are 156 leads that you can potentially sell to an email, and you literally just got all these for free. Where else can you generate emails for free like this? Now, one of the things, little caveat here, obviously you have these emails. So one of the ways that I do with a free email, and I'm not going to go into how I extract them. I have a much better way of extracting them in my my email marketing course. And my email marketing course, if you don't know, is called what is my email marketing course called? I don't even remember. It's sad. Don't remember the specific name of it. I remember the gist. I just don't want to give you the wrong one, so you search the wrong thing. It is, okay, Email and Affiliate Marketing Mastermind. So in my course, I obviously go over, how to generate emails with this, how to extract them 100% for free, and then how to literally pull them out and send blast emails to, thousands and thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people. Very, very cool stuff. Highly, highly recommend this. This is one I'm really stoked about right here. Obviously, they're all great. But, Shopify is phenomenal too. Passive income is really cool. If you're looking for a course that, you don't have to spend money on or to build, that might be for you. But just to get back to this, I'm not going to go specifically how to do this, in depth, because I literally spend an entire course on how to extract these emails out for free. So check that out if you're interested. But for you guys, you can literally, these are 100% free emails. I like to kind of put up a tab right here and kind of minimize it a little bit in Excel, and I'll literally just pull this over and I'll type the emails out. So ones that we like, we'll see Melanie at catalyst.com. Then we'll move down. And then the next one that we might like might be, you literally go through and type all the ones that you like. You can skip them if you like, you can type them. This is free, guys. And then what you'll do is you'll literally take these in bulk, you'll copy them, you'll go over to your Gmail, and you'll just drop them in here. Now, another little thing too, if you're interested in GMass, I'll link that in the bonus lectures too. I'll also link that in the Word document attached to this course. Phenomenal intro thing. You can see that I have it here. I purchased it myself. I swear by it. I use it. I also use MailChimp and Aweber. We're not going to get into what all those are in this course. If you're looking for GMass, it's just an email blast software that allows you to send singular emails out, all in the to field. So it's something you might want to invest in. I think it's $6.99 a month. Very, very cheap. Not going to sell you on it or anything like that. It is an affiliate link, just like the other ones. I do make a small commission, but I think my commission might be like 60 cents or something. It's not even really worth it. But I'm not promoting any of these things because, for the money. Obviously, I enjoy getting paid for them. But let's not get twisted. I do obviously enjoy getting commissions, but I swear by these services. I use them myself. I wouldn't promote something if I didn't like it. So everything that I'm promoting, I obviously use. Feel free to buy it or don't buy it at your discretion. Whatever you think you need. You don't need to purchase any of these things. You can send them out yourself. If you want to send in, literally type in every single email, you can totally do that. And you get all these emails for free. So what I might do is I might send an email out to each one of these people, however you want to do it. And, I would say, hey, I saw you on, I noticed that you were interested in email marketing. I have a service where I actually send bulk emails out, or I generate emails, email lists for you. And this is exactly how I'll generate the email lists, by the way. This is why I put the gig up. And you can do this too. If you want to get this free software or pay for the software, that's another way that you can make money on Fiverr. You can literally buy this for $79. People will pay you to generate hundreds of thousands of leads for them, and you can literally extract them and give them to those people. And all you have to really do is sell like 15 of them, and it pays for the service. That's something I've done, something I continue to do. I don't make a lot of money on Fiverr because I don't have time to kind of promote them anymore, but if I wanted to, I really could, and you could too. And I'm giving you this for free. So One of the little caveats here, obviously you're going to want to sell them on it. You're going to want to say like, I noticed that you're interested in email marketing. I provide a service for relatively cheap. You can check me out on Fiverr. Don't tell them the price. You just kind of want them to get them to your site. And then obviously you're going to link that in the email for them. Now, are you going to get a high percentage of clicks on your emails or impressions or even sales on your emails? No, you're not. But you can generate an endless amount of emails. And maybe if you generate 1,000 emails here, maybe 5 of them buy it. It might take you, if you get Gmass especially, it would take you, 5 minutes. And if you bought this service, it would take you 5 minutes to pull these emails out, send a blast email through Gmass, and then, maybe 5 people buy it, and, you literally just paid for both of those yourself. So very, very cool stuff. Just another little way to get into it. Like I said, if you're looking for an in-depth step-by-step method of how you can utilize this service and this software and, use this to your advantage and kind of combine email marketing with Fiverr, feel free to check out my email marketing course. That is, like I said before, it's a email and affiliate marketing mastermind. So very, very cool stuff. I just kind of want to give you guys the overview of this. In the next one, we're going to talk about Instagram, because Instagram's another phenomenal way of generating free traffic. We're going to build an Instagram page. We're going to build a landing page, and then we're going to start driving traffic to our Fiverr gigs. All right, guys. So in this one, we're going to go over, Instagram officially, and then, we're going to build a landing page, just a simple landing page for you. Now, 2 things for this. First and foremost, you don't need all of these, these marketing techniques. You can use them all. They're all phenomenal. If you do use them all, obviously you 10x your chance of selling a gig and making money on Fiverr. These are just tools in your arsenal, tools in your belt. I'm giving you, all the potentialities of making money, and all the marketing techniques that I use or that I would use, if I were in your shoes, attacking this problem. So obviously you put your gigs on, then you can, we went over, obviously, just to recap really fast again, you got the Facebook groups, the Facebook messages, the email marketing, obviously, and then the locating gigs and actually selling the gigs to people that request them. Those are all phenomenal ways. Another great way is to build an Instagram page and generate traffic that way and target follow. Now, I promise a little caveat here before I get into any of this really, really briefly. I'm not going to get into any of this in depth because I have courses in depth on all these techniques. I'm just giving you the overall ideas and a little bit of a run through of the process of how you can actually do these. Now, I'm not trying to sell you my other courses. I promise that. I'm just letting you know that knowledge exists and where to find it. I spent endless hours incorporating that information into courses and going over it. And obviously you can find those links to those courses in my student discount links at the end of on my bonus lectures. So feel free to take advantage of that. I do offer a lot of promotions where you can get a lot of these for free. I launch a bunch of courses at once, and then I'll do like a promotion where, you buy one, you get a bunch of them, and then you can utilize all that knowledge. So look out for the promotions that I run. I promise you I'm not trying to sell you my courses on the back end or anything like that. I promise you I'm not trying to sell you, affiliate links. This is not why I'm doing this. I'm literally trying to impart knowledge on you so you can make money through Fiverr. But with that being said, some of the best ways are the ways that I promote. So obviously I do earn commission when you purchase through my links, full disclosure, because I'm all about keeping it real with you guys and being honest. I do appreciate, when you click my links and you purchase the services through that. So whether or not you purchase potentially Atomic Email Hunter, that's at your discretion. You don't need it, but it helps. I'm also going to promote Wix in this one because Wix is phenomenal. I literally use Wix for building all my websites. I have about 18 Wix accounts. You can see one here that I have premium service on. This is my social media marketing website that I don't really use anymore, but it just serves as kind of a business card for my business. I run multiple online businesses. I've done this. I've used all these services myself, so I promote the ones that I like and that I legitimately use. I wouldn't promote something that I don't believe in, that I don't think that you guys can profit from. So with that being said, we're going to move on to Instagram. Now, I'm not going to go into depth with Instagram because I have a whole Instagram marketing course that you guys can take and utilize the knowledge in, and that is how to turn Instagram into a business. So search that if you'd like. You can also click my name on any one of my courses, and it will show you all my lectures, all my courses that I offer. I'm not going to go into depth with it. Essentially what this is it's literally just building a page. To start building a page, just to give you an overview, you don't need anything crazy. You just need to put 9 pieces of quality content on your page, Get, start addressing the fact that you need 9 quality pieces of content, because when people come to your page, they're going to see your 9 pictures first. They might not necessarily scroll down, but they are going to see 9 pictures, so you want 9 pictures of good quality content. Now, this one is one that I use for all my courses. It doesn't have a bunch of followers, it doesn't get ridiculous engagement, 700, 800, 500, some comments here and there, but it, this is annoying me. Can I, ignore this. But one of the things that you can do is you can set up an Instagram page and then you can target follow. So essentially what that is, and this is generating free traffic. Remember, this is 100% free. One of the methods that I teach is target following. So if I had let's just pretend for example that I was selling a bunch of gigs on Fiverr, like I am email marketing wise, and all my gigs were tailored around digital marketing, and a couple of them were email marketing. One of them was social media marketing. The other one was, setting promotion or building a website or something like that. I would make an Instagram page tailored around that, with a clever name and some pieces of content that are relevant. And then I would start target following and driving traffic. And what I mean by that is I'd search for an established page already that already has a following, that already has engaged people, and I would start following the people that engage with their content. But you can't do this unless you put a website in your bio and ignore how this looks. Obviously, this looks different in mobile. I'm on the desktop right now to show you guys. But you want to put a website in your bio so that when people come, they have the potential to click to obviously engage with your content and then engage and click your link. And what your link will either take you to is you can just link it to Fiverr if you want. I actually suggest linking it to a landing page and collecting those people, just so you can potentially remarket to them in the future. Because just like I talked about email marketing in the past lecture, I understand the value of capturing an email so that you can continually market to them. Because if somebody buys a gig once, yeah, they might buy a gig once, but you might never see them again. If you capture their email, you can sell them multiple gigs over time. So that's the importance of that. Just to kind of give you a quick reiteration, let's assume that this is an email marketing page, and I have my landing page, which is setting up the landing page will be the next overview lecture. Let's just pretend that this is a landing page for my Fiverr gigs and my email marketing content. This is 9 quality pieces of email marketing content pictures. The next step is going to be target following. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to search, maybe I search email marketing. And email marketing robot comes up. Let's see if he doesn't have a good following. Let's go email marketing pro. Bad one again. Email marketing. Why does this keep loading on me? Marketing. Come on, one of these people have to be good. Wow. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to MailChimp, if it lets me. MailChimp. This is a piece of automation software. I talk a lot about automation software on my YouTube channel and in my Instagram course, so feel free to check that out. I'm not going to go into that right now. This is a free piece of automation software that I recommend. I actually use it. It's right here called Auto Instantly. Feel free to check out my YouTube channel for free content related to all my courses. There you can find a lot of stuff like that. If you're looking for the specific automation software, it's Digital Hustle. That's my email channel. That'll also be linked in the bonus lectures. So let's just assume, obviously MailChimp is an automation or an email software that I use. So I know that it deals with email marketing. You can find, whether you're on mobile or whatever, you can find related pieces or related pages to what you're talking about. I know that MailChimp's a related page, so I'm going to use this one, but obviously, you're just going to have to search a little bit. So you're not going to follow their followers. What you are going to do is you're going to follow the people that are engaged with their content, because you know that these are legitimate engaged followers. So I'm going to click this link. Obviously, I can't do it on desktop, but if I were on a mobile phone right now, I might go in and I'd follow all the people that like this post. And what that would do is, little caveat before I get into that, you don't want to follow more than 50 to 60 people an hour. Instagram's algorithm will flag you for that. But 60 to, let's say you follow 60 people an hour. Let's just run the numbers really fast. And I always like to do this, and this is why I believe in automation software so much. I actually don't have an affiliate link for Follow Liker, but I recommend Follow Liker if you're interested in purchasing a software. I don't make any money off that. I'm in no way affiliated with them, but it's a phenomenal service. Let's just run the numbers here. There's 843 people here. If I follow, 50 people even in an hour, That's 24 hours in a day. Obviously, I won't be awake for all those. Let's say I follow 50 people every hour for even 15 hours a day. 50 people times 15. And that is 750 people. So that's 750 people a day that I'd follow. Now you can imagine if you'd follow, that for a week, that's times 7. That's a little over 5,000 people that you follow every week. Now, what that will do is going back, you already know that they're interested in email marketing because they follow that page and they're engaged with that page. What that will do is every single time you follow somebody, it's going to send them a notification that so-and-so followed you. What they're going to do is then 99.9% of people are literally going to click whoever followed them and check them out. A good majority of people will also follow you back or engage with your content. So, running the numbers, if you followed 50 people every hour, target followed obviously with this technique that on pages that are related to your niche. If you followed 50 people every hour for 15 hours a day for a full week, that's 5,250 people that you're following. Now, let's take a low approach and say that maybe 20% of those people, sorry, that was 5,250, I believe. We'll take a low approach and say that even only 20% of the people follow you back, and that's really, really low. Generally, it's probably going to be more like 30 to 50% of those people follow you back, especially because you know that they already like email marketing and your page is set up to email marketing. That's what target following is, essentially just giving you the gist. All right, let's run the numbers. Assume that 20% of those people followed you back. That's 1,000 followers that you have right there. 1,050 followers following you back in a week because you did target following 50 people an hour for, a week. Now, even if you took that lower and you divide that by 2 and you say that 10 people, or 10% of the people followed you, that's still 525 people that followed you in a week. Now, let's multiply that by 4 in a month, and that's 2,100 people. I hope you're following the math here. That's really, really lowball. That's assume that every person that you followed, 10% of those people followed you back. That's still 2,100 people that follow you in a week. Now, out of 2,100 people that follow you, that's 2,100 people that have the potential to come to your Instagram page, click your link, and potentially purchase your gig. That's the power of target following on Instagram, and that's the power of Instagram marketing and generating free Instagram traffic. Remember, guys, this is 100% free. This doesn't cost you anything. Now, in the next lecture, I'm going to get into building just a simple, it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be complex, because everyone talks about, they want this fancy, because I used to build websites for people, and I know this from experience. I would start, the process of asking people what they wanted their website to look like, what specifications that they wanted, and everybody always wanted, 99.9% of the people wanted this fancy looking website that did all these, these cool little tricks and had all these little gadgets. And the simple fact of it is, it might look nice, but does it convert? Does it work? And I've found that the simpler your website is, the more it converts. You don't need some fancy website. You don't need all the bells and whistles and gadgets and stuff. You just simply need something that works, something that does what it's supposed to do. So the next one, I'm going to talk to you about how you can build a website 100% free. I'm also going to talk to you about why you might not want to build that website for free. And, obviously, I like Wix. You can use any other one that you'd like. There's a million of them out there, but you don't need any money to do this method. I'm going to talk to you and teach you how you can build it for free. Okay, guys. So we just went through the target following and the Instagram marketing. Obviously, if you want it in-depth, step-by-step, I have that Instagram course. Another thing, little caveat, obviously you can download this. It's a free Instagram automation software that runs in the background for you when you're sleeping and stuff. It's autoinsta.me. It's a Google plugin, so you have to be signed into Google. Obviously, you're going to want to be doing the majority of your Instagram stuff on a actual phone. But if you want to set this up in the background while you're sleeping, this is definitely a viable method. It's not phenomenal, but it is decent for a free service. Now, a couple little things before we get into the site building and how you can actually generate traffic and collect emails for your gigs. Because like I said, emails are valuable because you can remarket back to those people. You can keep in touch with them and you can sell them on more gigs. You can build a relationship with them and then, obviously make multiple sales instead of just one. So that's how you make more sales with upselling with email marketing and then using that with, target following and Instagram marketing. A couple little things though. One of the two great apps that I find phenomenal for email, or not for email, sorry, for Instagram is, the first one is InstaClean, because what that will do is that will allow you to mass unfollow people, because you're going to be target following so many people that you're only allowed to follow a certain amount of people. So you don't want to have a ridiculous amount more following than your followers. So InstaClean will let you mass unfollow people, and you can set that up to mass unfollow people that aren't following you back and stuff like that. It's very, very cool. That's one that's great. So InstaClean. I'm not sure if that's on the Google Play App Store, but it definitely is on the iPhone App Store. So download that one. The next one is Captivate, which does the complete opposite. That will allow you to sign in and mass follow for free. So that's a free kind of automation software. It's very, very cool. You're gonna have to learn how to use it. I'm not gonna get into that in this one because it's a little bit complicated and tricky, but you can definitely learn it. There are you can find tutorials on YouTube and online that talk about that. I do have a video on that in my Instagram course, so I won't get into it specifically here because it can be a long explanation. But they also do have, if you go into the App Store and you look at the the About Us section, I think it is, they have a whole what's the word I'm looking for? Not a tutorial, an explanation, a facts page on how you can use it. So you can check that out, and that will teach you how to use it. So those are two ones that are really, really great, guys. That's InstaClean, once again, to mass unfollow, and then Captivate to kind of target follow specifically and automate that. Now, another thing, two more really fast, actually. Follow Liker is great. This is Instagram automation software. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with this. I'm not trying to sell you on it. It's just phenomenal. It's what I use. It's a one-time payment. That way you can set it up and it will literally follow people in the background all day, every day. Really automate this process for you and also unfollow. It's a one-time payment. If you have one Instagram, it's only $57.99. You don't have to pay monthly for it or anything like that. So that's what I use. Once again, if you don't want to do that, you can literally just download the apps or, use this or, do it yourself. So another thing too, if you want to get a following initially, I also suggest buying your initial 1,000 followers. I don't think it's a good thing to buy your followers, but if you're going to start target following in a certain niche, you're going to want a little bit of social proof. So there are a bunch of sites that you can go to where you can buy Instagram followers. One of the best ones I've found, I think it's been a long time since I bought Instagram followers. I think it was, let me think for a second. It was Instacrease. There it is, instacrease.net. And this is a great one. I've used this one twice before, I believe. Maybe 3 times, 2 or 3 times. It's been a while, and you can literally just buy your first 1,000 Instagram followers. I would say if you're going to buy at least 1,000. You don't need more than 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. That's ridiculous. It's not necessary. You just need slight social proof because these aren't real followers, obviously. It just gives you a little social proof and authenticity so that when you start target following, people actually have a reason to follow you back. Because if you start your page and you don't have a follower account, that $10 that you initially invest in to get your first $1,000 will pay dividends, trust me, because when people come and they see that you have a following already, what it says to them is that people already care about this. People already, are engaged with this, and I should be too. So that's a little caveat for the Instagram. Now, we're going to get into building the actual landing page so you can collect the emails. And we're going to do that on Wix. I love Wix. Wix is phenomenal. There are a million other ones that you can use. There's obviously WordPress if you're a little bit more advanced. There's a bunch of other ones, and I have an entire list of them. I can link them in the bonus too. But literally Wix is my favorite. I use Wix for everything. I think I have 2 Shopify stores, and I have 1 WordPress site, and every other website that I have about a little over 20 are all Wix. So I think 18 or 19 of them are Wix, and like 2 or 3 of them are WordPress and Shopify. So that's how much I love Wix. One of the great things about Wix is there are really, really good advanced techniques that you can use on Wix that kind of like site builders like WordPress have, but they're also really, really simple to set up, and it's kind of drag and drop and really simple. So it's the best of both worlds. It's got the simplicity for beginners, but it also has advanced techniques once you get better at it. So you can kind of go through the process and learn how to site build on Wix and then continue the process and do some of the advanced techniques that WordPress has. Where WordPress is a little bit more advanced, and some of the other services that are offered are simply kind of beginner stuff, and they're drag and drop and really beginner. Wix has the best of both worlds. So obviously, a little caveat, I'm going to link Wix in, let me see this really fast. This is 7, 8. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to link Wix in this lecture in a Word document. You can go through and purchase Wix if you'd like. You don't have to purchase Wix. I'm going to go through and show you how not to, how to build a site 100% for free. Obviously, if you're paying for a service plan, it doesn't cost very much with Wix. I think you can buy it for like $13 or something like that. Maybe it might be 15. It's been a long time since I've actually bought it. With the light one, I think it's like 14 or 15 bucks, maybe 13. So I would suggest paying for it. It just looks better. It will take the ads off of it, but you can definitely build it for free. I'm going to show you how to build it for free in this next one, in the next lecture really fast. We'll go through that entire process of building the actual landing page. It's very, very simple and you can do it yourself. But like I said, I recommend paying for it. You don't have to. I'm always about, giving you another option in case you don't have the initial funds to start up. So, I'm going to go through a little bit of a tutorial in the next one on how to actually do that. But if you want a in-depth step-by-step content creation, how to build your own website course, I also have a course on that. Like I said, you know where to find them. I'm not going to keep promoting my courses. I'm just telling you these because, that's where you can find that information. So I do have that. Also, if you're looking for an in-depth step-by-step course on how to build and go through the process of building the free site, I have a course that talks about how to build a free business model where you don't need any startup money at all. And that is called How to Generate Passive Income with No Funds. So there's both of them. Regardless of which route you want to go, you can choose it. But I just want to kind of offer you both ways because I don't want you to spend money that you don't have. But at the same time, if you do have money, to spend, you might want to invest because it's worth it. So I give both those options to you guys. In the next one, I'm going to go through the process of actually building the landing page for you. And then obviously when you target follow, people will come to this landing page and you capture their emails. Okay guys, so now we're gonna create our landing page, and all these things are things that I do. All these marketing techniques are literally things that I offer in all my other courses. So feel free to check them out through them. But to get into it really fast, I'm gonna attach Wix, how you can sign up for Wix if you're looking for it, to a Word document attached to this lecture. So feel free to get it there. You can also get it, like I said, in the bonus lectures at the end. So I'll attach a Word document to this actual lecture. Click that with the link in there to take you to this Wix page. From this Wix page, you're gonna be able to pick your template. So you're gonna hit Start Now, and then you're gonna sign up. Now, when you sign up, it will let you pick your template. So it will literally, it's pretty self-explanatory. It will let you pick your template, whether it's a blog, whether it's a business, whether it's e-commerce, whatever you're trying to, promote on Fiverr, that's the template you're going to pick. Then you're going to pick the layout. And the layout is really just what you're focused on is, how it looks. You can change the background colors, you can change the background images, you can change the text. None of that necessarily matters, but what does matter is the layout of the actual site. So, where lines are, where the cover photos are and stuff like that. You can't change the positioning, but you can change what the actual data and information is. So that's a little caveat. Now, like I said, I suggest paying for Wix. It doesn't cost very much, it's cheap, but if you don't want to sign up for the premium plan, or at least, if you're not ready to initially, I'm going to tell you how you can get a domain and set it up 100% for free. Like I said, I go into this, in depth in my courses. The course that you should check out if you're looking to set up a business plan, 100% for free. Obviously outside of Fiverr, because Fiverr is a great one too. You can check out my course, How to Create Passive Income, or How to Generate Passive Income with No Initial Funds. And it literally goes through the step-by-step process of building this free website, making it look legit and as viable as possible, and then making money with it. But just really fast, really briefly for you, when you're signing up, your email is very, very important. So before you sign up with just any old email, you're going to want to create an email that has your niche in it. So with mine, I'm email marketing. So my email might be, obviously you have to create this email first, whether you use Google, Yahoo, Gmail, or whatever it is. You're going to create a free email with a name centered around your niche. So maybe the free email, just an example that I created, was email marketing hero or something like that. Just anything at gmail.com. Maybe that was one that I was able to get. And the reason for this is because if you're not willing to pay for Wix, you can't get a domain name. You're not going to have your choice of domain if you're signing up for Wix for free. Now you can build a website. It is going to have Wix ads on it, and you can make it look somewhat legit for sure. And obviously my course goes into how, the specifics of how to do that. But the email's extremely important because Wix uses this to generate your domain. So if you put your email in as like your last name or something like that, Wix is going to generate your domain name based on your email. So that's why I say to create an email that has your niche in it. In this case, it's email marketing, because my domain that Wix might generate from this email might be email marketing 23 dash Wix, so it will look somewhat legit because your email will have your niche name in it. So that's the first way. Then obviously you're going to sign up. You're going to pick your template and whatever the type of site that you want to do. That's going to take you to. It's not what I wanted. Where are we at? Here we go. That's going to take you to this page where you actually land on your site. And your site is going to be, this might actually make me pick one really fast. Hold on, guys. I'm not going to actually sign up because I have a million Wix, I have a million Wix paid ones and I have a million Wix free ones. And I literally I don't want another account, so I'm not going to sign up. So I'm just going to add one from this. So as soon as this is ready, I'm going to show you and go through the process. Okay, so this looks like it set me up with a travel blog. So literally with this, all I would do is all I'm concerned with is what's above the fold. And if you don't know what above the fold is, it's literally everything above this line right here that people see when they come to the page. So you're gonna delete everything below this pretty much. You're not concerned with that at all with this page. You can certainly add things there later if you want to as you get more advanced, but really all you're concerned with is you're gonna put a title here. Didn't mean to actually delete that. You're gonna put a title here, a subtitle here, and then a form. And then you're going to fill it out with maybe some pictures, on your website. I'm not going to go into detail on how to do this, but essentially what you're going to want to do is offer something free to capture emails, and then you're going to drive Instagram traffic here, because you want to give something away free to Instagram traffic first. And capture their email. You don't just want to sell them on your Fiverr gig, because I know from email marketing and affiliate marketing and all that stuff that these people are cold leads coming to your profile. Yes, they're interested in email marketing in this case, or whatever your niche may be, and they clicked your bio link, so they're obviously somewhat warm, but you can't just sell them right away. And you're going to have a really, really, really low conversion rate on those sales. You're going to need to warm those leads up and take them through a process. So what I say is, obviously I'm going to change this to email marketing hero or something like that. This is a terrible name, but I'm just coming up with a name, on the spot really fast, just to kind of show you what I mean. And then like your one-stop, jeez. My computer's being slow right now. Sorry, guys. Your one-stop shop for email marketing advice or knowledge. Sorry, I'm running email software in the background. That's why it's a little slow right now. So, you're just literally going to have a nice background picture here to captivate attention. You're going to have a title and a subtitle. Obviously, you're going to delete the majority of these pages, and you can do that up here on the Pages menu. I'm not going to go into how to use Wix 1000% because I have a bunch of courses on that. I have a content creation, website building course, and like I said, I have the passive income course goes into how to create the Wix site for free, like we're doing right here. But with that being said, I would delete probably all these, but maybe one or two, and you just literally delete them from this page right here. And then you can literally have an about maybe, or like a pictures page or a gallery or something like that. Really all you're concerned with is your home page right here. I'm not going to actually go through the process and delete them all right now, but you're literally only concerned about the home page and your email capture right here. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. All the other stuff is just noise. You can fill it out to make it look right if you want, but you're more concerned with giving something away for free. So the first step is obviously the title and the subtitle. Then you're going to create a form. You do this by not going there, going here to add, and you're going to come down to contact, and then you're going to pick a contact form. I like this one, but you can pick whatever one you want. There's a million of them. Now it's going to generate a contact form for you, and what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to capture emails, and what you need to think is, what can I give away free? So what can I give away free to somebody that might entice them to drop their email here, because it's win-win. They get the thing that you're giving away for free, you get their email. So you need to come up with something legitimate that people are going to want to potentially drop their email for free. So maybe you go find an ebook and you rewrite it in your own words really fast. It doesn't have to be a long ebook, maybe like 10 pages or something like that. It might take you a day to finish, and then you have something legitimate to offer them for free. Maybe it's a a free upsell on your gig or something like that. Maybe it's, use your mind. You can come up with something free. You guys are smart. But you want to come up with something of value that you can give away for free in exchange for emails. That's email marketing and email capture 101. This is what's going to be, in my opinion, your moneymaker. That's why I suggest getting Wix, the paid version, because it's going to make it look, there's a lot better choices, and it's going to make you look a lot better when people come to your email site. Especially if you're running automation software, whether it's the free app or not, or Follow Liker, people come to your page that they're going to want to drop their email here in exchange for what you're offering free. So we're going to fix this form up really fast. Obviously, I'm not going to get into the specifics of everything else, and kind of, it's pretty drag and drop and simple on Wix. You can literally just type stuff in, double click, switch the pictures, change image. It's pretty easy, and you'll pick up on it as you go through. I'm not going to go into it because, like I said a million times already, sorry for drilling that into your minds. You're going to hear it in your sleep. But I have courses on that already, so I'm not going to go into depth. But just to kind of reiterate how to fix up this form. Double click it, then manage form. Now, you're going to put what email, whatever email that you set up your Wix site with, 99.9% of the time is going to be email here. But where this is going to send notifications to is to your inbox. So when people subscribe, you're going to get a notification in your email inbox that so-and-so subscribed to your email list, and you can capture emails that way. And once again, you can put them into your can't talk today, guys, sorry, your Excel document file, and capture emails that way. You'll start to notice that as you get more and more traffic through Instagram, and you can also drop this link into Facebook groups too, and you can generate traffic that way too. You'll start to notice that as the days go on, you'll start to get more and more emails. So obviously, we're just going to make up an email here, but you have your own email that you're going to put it into. Then you're going to, I'll just put one of my inconspicuous ones I don't care about. And then you come down here, and obviously email address is necessary. They can't hit the button without putting their email address in. You can add name if you want. I don't do that. You can add phone number if you want. I don't do that. You want as few barriers to entry, I always say, as possible. So they literally should just be putting their email in. Then the title. You're going to fix the title up. You don't want it to say join our mailing list. You're going to want to say, whatever you're giving away for free. And granted, you're obviously going to have to email these people back once they subscribe with whatever you're giving for free. So maybe that's the email, the email marketing ebook, or maybe that's like a free upsell. So you're going to want to say, and you're going to email them back and say, oh, thank you for subscribing. I'll keep you updated with email marketing news, but feel free to keep this email and show it as proof for whatever upsell, or you give them a code potentially. Use your minds. You guys can come up with something, I'm sure. But essentially what you're going to do is you're going to change your title to that. So I'm going to just pretend, for whatever reason, that I came up with a free email marketing book. So I'm going to say, get your free email marketing ebook. And then I always unclick the subtitle. And now you're going to switch your button text. You don't want it to say subscribe now. I like to say receive or get. Get now. And then your thank you message. You're just going to make your thank you message not say thanks for subscribing. Thanks. Or we'll say thank you. Your free, can't type today, free ebook will be sent to your inbox. Something like that. And then subtitle text, you can keep that like that if you want, or you can say something different, like, we'll keep you updated, stay tuned for, more email marketing knowledge, stuff like that. Then you're just going to come back. You're going to go to layout, I believe it is, yeah, and header alignment. And you don't have to do this, but I like to just put the header in the middle. It makes it look a little bit better. Then if you want to change the design, you can switch it around. You can make it a postcard looking thing. You can make it this one. You can make it the classic. I just kind of like to keep it as strip. I like the way strip looks. And obviously, if you want to, you can go into settings and change the colors. So that's up to you how you guys want to do that. That's how you capture emails, because you're going to warm your leads up by giving them something free. And then you'll be able to market back to them in the future. You don't want to spam them and abuse it, but you'll be able to sell them. You'll notice that once you give them something free, they'll be much more receptive. And another way that this works is when you try to sell them something eventually down the line, one of your gigs, through email, they'll be much more receptive to your email because you've trained them to look out for your email as receiving something of value for free. So when they do get that email from you that offers the sale, they'll A, read it, so it'll improve your opens, and B, be much more inclined to click through and trust you because you've already given them value for free. So that's warming up leads, guys. That's capturing emails with Instagram and landing page traffic. Like I said, you can kind of keep the template if you want and just kind of add stuff. I like to delete a lot of this stuff. I'm really just concerned with the upper fold right here and where people come. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to end this course with a follow-up in the next one, kind of give you an overview of how this all ties together, and then we'll jump right in. All right, guys, so that's that. That's the Fiverr course. That's how you're going to make money on Fiverr. That's how you turn Fiverr into a business. Because a lot of people, they know some of these things, but they don't put them all together. Some people, they just hop on Fiverr and they post gigs and they hope that they'll sell. But the competition on Fiverr is fierce now in 2017. And if you don't do things, and implement the things that I teach you to do, you're not going to get the sales that you're looking for. Now, you might make a couple sales, but you're not going to get the sales that you're looking for. So what I say, just to recap, is obviously you're going to create 6 quality gigs that are getting impressions and clicks. Then hopefully you'll get organic sales once you start to rank them. The way that you rank them is by generating initial sales for them. Then you'll get reviews, obviously, when you do a good job on those sales. The majority of people will review you 5 stars. Every once in a while, you'll get somebody that reviews you like 3 or 4, but it rarely ever happens in my experience. And on top of that, very rarely do you get 1-star reviews on Fiverr. You have to really mess something up to get 1-star review. So you should be getting initial sales. You should be getting initial reviews. That's first and foremost. You build those 6 gigs initially that you can really target, and then leave that one open for targeting through the selling and buyer requests. So you're going to be doing the buyer requests. Obviously, that's one way. Then you're going to be finding targeted niche Facebook groups to market these, whatever they're built around, to market them to. You're going to be dropping your links in Facebook groups that are related to your topic that you're producing gigs for. You're going to be messaging people in those Facebook groups, utilizing it that way and starting to build a relationship with these people through that way. Another great way that I didn't go into that you can use, I didn't put a module on it, but it's another great way, just to give you another little bonus tip. Go to Reddit, find a subreddit. There's a million. So in my case, it might be email marketing. In your case, it might be, I'll use the guitar example again. There's literally a subreddit for everything, just like there's a Facebook for everything. You can drop links in here. Look, email marketing discussion, 5,500 subscribers. So there's a million subreddit groups for literally everything. You can drop links into the subreddit groups too. So that's another little caveat of where you can generate traffic. But on top of that, you're also going to be the email marketing. I forget exactly what lecture it's linked in, but it might be one of the initial lectures. I think it is, I think it might be 6, to be honest. It might be lecture 6 that's linked in a Word document. So you can download the Atomic Email Hunter 100% for free. I have the crack version for you guys. That's a great add-on for this course for you guys. You get that crack version of Atomic Email Hunter 100% free. So you don't have to pay for it at all. Obviously, I recommend, buying the service so that you can extract the emails, but, you don't have to. You can literally extract them one by one if you want to. That is 100% free. That's literally phenomenal. I can't stress out enough how cool that is, because I literally love email marketing, and, you can just feel the passion radiating through the microphone right now. So enough about that. Obviously, you can email market that way. Then you're going to start building an Instagram audience. and capturing emails through your landing page. And that's really everything, guys. You put all these things together and you do all these these targeting methods and all these digital marketing techniques to drive sales to your Fiverr business. And granted, it costs you nothing to start a Fiverr business. You can literally put your gigs here. You don't have to pay for any of the things that I've suggested. Obviously, they can be there. I gave you alternative free methods. The dropping links, the free Instagram apps and stuff like that. The free way to build the Wix site, the free Atomic Email Hunter. All those things are free. I just offered you a paid alternative that is better, so you don't feel by any means that you have to purchase something. They just help make your life easier. So I gave you all those free techniques that you can use. It costs you nothing to start. If you implement all these strategies, I promise you guys, you will make sales and you will make money. Obviously you're going to put the time and the effort in. It takes a little bit to build a Fiverr business now in 2017 because there's a lot of competition, but use these methods, use them consistently. That's the key, consistently, because consistency is the key. And you will start to see your sales go up. And as your sales go up, your reviews will go up. And as your sales and your reviews both go up, guess what? Your ranking in those search results goes up. And then it's a snowballing effect, guys, because once you rank better for higher keywords, when people type something into the search bar on Fiverr, you'll be found easier. And then once you start doing that, it's a snowball effect. Like I said, you'll start seeing more and more sales and more reviews. So with that being said, I want to end the course. I want to thank you for taking it. I'm really excited to be teaching you guys all this stuff. Like I said, the bonus lecture will be next, so feel free to check out all the stuff. And obviously I'll have the paid links there and the affiliate links. I'd really appreciate it if you were going to purchase something, that you purchase it through one of my links, so I get a commission. Obviously, full disclosure, I'm not trying to hide anything or pull any wool over your eyes. I do get paid if you click some of those links and make a purchase, so it helps both of us out. Those are things that I believe in. But like I said, the free links will also be there too. So if you're not looking to spend any money, totally understandable. I've been in that place myself before. I completely understand that. And I'll also put the free links in there for you too. Really excited about, getting into this. If you guys have any questions at all, obviously you can message me on Udemy, or you can email me at Brian, that's Brian with a Y, at bgmediainnovation.com, and I would love to help you out with that. You can literally ask me anything if it's pertaining to this course, if it's pertaining to any other courses that I teach, or even if it's not pertaining to any courses, it's just pertaining to, anything in general. I will do my very best to answer that question to the best of my ability. Sorry. Like I said, you can message me on not on Fiverr, on Udemy. I'm much more responsive to email. I prefer you to message me through email because I can see all my emails. My student base on Udemy is growing right now. It's above 18,000, which is ridiculous. I'm so excited about that. Thank you guys. And it's only growing. It's growing like 500 to 1,000 a day, which is absolutely ridiculous and insane. So it can be difficult to see all my messages on Udemy, especially if I get a bunch at a time, because I can only scroll so far on my browser. So if you're looking for to get in touch with me and maybe you've messaged me on Udemy and I haven't responded, try emailing me at Brian, that's Brian with a Y, at bgmediainnovation.com. I might just not have seen it. So thank you guys. I'll let you go. I hope that you not only learned something and got value from this course, but don't just learn and continue to learn. Take action on these things. If you learn and take action, you might make some mistakes, but you'll learn along the way. And the more you take action and the more you'll learn, the more susceptible you'll be to earning an income with these things. So take action. That's what I want to leave you with a parting.